ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Fizz. We are back with another ARK Survival Genesis Part 2 video, and today we're going to be taking a look at how to tame the Noglin and everything you need to know about it. Now, for starters, we're going to go right into the taming mechanic because it's pretty interesting as it's very interesting on how it's tamed. So, you need to use your own tamed creatures to tame it. Now, for a 150 Noglin, I'm going to be putting all the percentages and everything that I've done for 1 times taming. No world buffs or anything of the sorts. It's just a plain old default taming, and I'm going to try and explain how this works. So, if you use a creature's infinity for say, right? So how long the creature actually takes to tame, that's how much taming percentage it'll take. So right now, we're testing a level 225 just a tamed Bronto, right? That's at level 225, gets 20% taming, which is the max taming percentage per Noglin that you can get per creature, okay? So 20 is the max. That's what you're trying to fill every time when you use a creature, okay? And I also tested a Giga, which is like a 8.1. For a level 1, it's 1.4. So it's kind of complicated, but it's based off of the creature's infinity. So the longer the creature takes to tame, I believe, quote me if I'm wrong, because this is it's really confusing, the quicker the Noglin will take, right? So at the moment, using Brontos that are at least level 200 plus should give you max taming per Noglin per feed, which is 20%. And that's basically it. That's kind of the threshold. So yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. You can only use the creature once per Noglin, so you can't use the same Bronto multiple times. So after it's been used, just cryopod it, put it away. You don't have to kill it or anything. Store it for another day. And there you go. Just throw out another Bronto, and there you go. Just start the taming again. Now, when you're actually taming it, you have to be aware. The Bronto can destroy your structures and also can kill you and your creatures. So be aware that it full on goes against you. So be aware on that and aggressive. But make sure you also put the creature on passive before you throw out, because I've had a couple times when I was testing it with Gigas, the Giga would one-shot the Noglin after it was possessed. The Giga, and like, to be honest, almost every creature can one-shot the Noglin. The Noglin is super weak, so just be aware on that if your creature gets killed, because it's attacking, trying to kill you, but then it kills itself. It's kind of weird. You can, however, if you're not looking to tame an actual Noglin, you can remove it if you're quick enough. So I know a lot of creatures you can actually dismount on top of them, like a Giga, Bronto, and stuff. And if you're quick enough to remove it, then you'll be no harm in feelings, right? You just remove it, then kill it. Now, where exactly do these Noglins spawn from? Well, they actually spawn in Rockwell's Garden and Rockwell's Proliferate. So, yes, have fun trying to track it down in both those zones. It is a pretty rare creature, so be warned. Alrighty, so we've gone over its taming mechanics. That's good and all, but now let's actually go over its ability. So, its first ability is left click. It is a small base attack damage. It doesn't really do too much damage because its Noglin is primarily mostly for controlling other creatures and everything, so it doesn't really need an attack, mostly an attack to like harvest a corpse or whatever, and that's pretty much it. Alrighty, and now its main feature and its main ability is right click and also enable brain hunt on it. So basically you can mind control pretty much every creature in that game. An exception is some creatures like a Bloodstalker, mechanical like the Strider and stuff, like those can't be controlled because it doesn't make any sense for them to be controlled, right? And basically you could just go around and start murdering shit. Each creature has a different timer. Max timer for most creatures is 5 minutes. Minimum timer is about a minute to 30 seconds. And it's really fun. Now, as a PvE player, it has pretty much no value per se, except for the occasional accidental Gigas find in the wild, and you just throw your Noglin on. Hopefully it doesn't get one shot, and controls the wild Giga for 5 minutes or so for you. So that's kind of the only feature. PvP, however, is a different story. These guys being in a PvP base, being able to control and manage and just destroy someone's entire base, just throwing a bunch of these in, would be kind of incredible and kind of funny, because you'll be able to kill people's creatures with their own creatures, or you're being attacked and they get controlled, and there's just so much going on. It's kind of cool and kind of crazy if you think about it. Alrighty, so if you're possessing a creature or a human, how do you stop the connection to them? Well, if it's a wild one or tamed, doesn't matter. It's the same keybind. It's just holding F. And that's the same for the humans as well. Just hold F and you'll disconnect from the controlling from the person. And if you accidentally hit F, if you're pretty far away from your human host, your actual character from the Noglin, there will be a tracker icon on the bottom right and also in the screen with a little footprint showing you where to go and get your Noglin. And you can thank me for that, because I requested this, because it would be really bad to lose your Noglin in the wild when you accidentally hit F, because it's super finicky per se, right? So just be aware. Now, when you're being mind controlled or someone else is mind controlling you, if you have a weapon out, you'll be shooting that weapon, or vice versa. And if the player is controlling you with the Noglin, basically they can open doors, activate things, yeah, etc. It's kind of crazy, to be honest, what kind of happens, and obviously they can start using the weapon and everything. So it can be very, very dangerous. So be aware. If you're out in Rockwell's Garden or on a PvP server that has Noglins, be aware, because you can accidentally kill your own creatures. So, just plain and simple. Alrighty, so one last tidbit of information, I guess, for defending yourself against these is use creatures like Dilos is a great example. For kind of base defense, because they can't be mind controlled and they can easily take care of a Noglin very quickly. They can also not be targeted by turrets and Noglins at the moment, okay? I have a feeling that they're going to be changed, but that is a PvP strat that they wanted it to be. So and I don't think you can't attach C4 to them either, so that's another thing. So they are definitely very focused on PvP aspects, but other than that, that's kind of it. They just control creatures, do their bidding, and there you go. A little quick game that I did when I was QAing was I would actually using Noglin from one side of the map to the other and try to get to one side, like Eden or Rockwell's, whatever side I was trying for as a PvE aspect. Now, for mod capability, this whole mechanic can be very, very easily implemented into a better version of Play as Dino, because as you know, the Play as Dino mod is very janky, and this one right here with the Noglin could definitely be used into a better version of that mod. So I'm excited for the future to see what this can do, this whole mechanic and this new coding technology, because it's got a lot of potential pretty much. But that's kind of it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow. You cannot breed this guy, by the way, and you cannot clone it. He's basically, yeah, kind of useless. So on those aspects, why can it not be cloned and breed? To be honest, no idea. It's not that strong, to be honest, unless you get a couple hundred of them. So I don't know, just interesting thoughts on that. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you want to join the giveaway, link in the description down below as always. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. We'll see you guys in the next one.